So in our quest to make sure that we cover all of the golf course communities in the North Scottsdale area, today we are going to take a look at the community of McDowell Mountain Ranch. Now, some people would not maybe consider this a total golf course community. However, there is a golf course that sits right in the heart of the community. And although it's public, there are a lot of people that move into McDowell Mountain Ranch that absolutely love this as one of the amenities because it is so close and right here in our community. So let's talk about this one right now. So the McDowell Mountain Ranch community has been around since about 1995, and it sits on about 3,200 acres right at the base of the McDowell Mountains, which is one of the reasons that it's named what it's named. It's also one of the reasons that people love this community. Feeling like you're tucked into the mountains right here, it's a great feeling, and the views are spectacular. Now, when the community began, the developers spent about $130 million on the infrastructure to create this community. So we've got amazing walking trails, biking trails, community facilities with pools and kids' playground equipment and splash pads and tennis courts, basketball courts. I mean, we've got just about everything that you could want right here in the community, and they did an amazing job when they initially developed it. And the HOA has, over the years, made sure that they really listen to the community and make improvements that the community would like to see. So within the community of McDowell Mountain Ranch, there are 14 different builders that built, and there's about 4,000 homes in total. So you have a huge range in size, single family townhome, single story, 2-story, smaller lot, a little bigger lot, all the way up to a full custom that you, if you would like to build from scratch, that you have the ability to do. So when I'm talking to people about McDowell Mountain Ranch, they're always really surprised because oftentimes some of these communities, they really kind of hit that mid to high range as far as the price points are concerned. This one's really going to have a huge range. Right now, because our prices are a bit on the high side, we're looking at, $450 to $500 as a starting price point, and we're going up well over $3 million. That is a huge spread in one neighborhood. Okay, now let's talk a little bit more about the golf course that is in the community. It's called the McDowell Mountain Golf Club. It used to be called the Sanctuary, and Phil Mickelson's group came in and they purchased it quite a few years ago, and they did a massive remodel, not only on the course, but also on the clubhouse. It was quite small before. It didn't really have a facility for dining. You could pick up a sandwich here or there. They did have a pro shop, but they completely redid it. And so now we have a full dining facility, a full bar, indoor and outdoor seating. The pro shop got bigger. It is a beautiful facility. And when you talk about views down towards the city lights, the outdoor patio, it is absolutely gorgeous. It overlooks the practice facility and people love it. It's a great place to just hang out. Now, the other thing that they also did is they created a room on the side that you can use for corporate events, weddings, parties, whatever you like. There's a nice grass lawn out there as well that, again, overlooks some of the practice facility, that putting facility, and then down towards the city lights. So to have an event here, it's amazing. I have done it and people absolutely love it. So like I said before, the golf course within this community is completely public, but their goal in this redesign was to make it feel and have some of the amenities like a private club. And I gotta tell you, they hit the nail on the head. This place is beautiful. The other thing that they have at the golf course is they have a learning facility, a fitting studio. They have everything that you could want as a golfer. And some of the pros that they have here that do classes, they are some of the top-notch people in the industry. So the nice thing is that they've got not only adult one-on-one instruction, they also do some youth instruction, so groups as well as one-on-one. So I know I've talked about some of the other communities that sit right on the outside of that 101 loop, and this happens to be one of those communities. People love the location. That is usually one of the first things that draws people into McDowell Mountain Ranch, and then they drive around the community and they start seeing the huge wide washes, as well as how far up the mountain that the community actually goes, so you can get some elevation as well as these wide washes behind your home, so you can get some expansive views. So one of the nice things as well about this community is because of these expansive views, it is not just the most expensive homes in the community that have these views. These washes will run all the way down the mountain, all the way through some of these communities. So some of the homes that might be a little bit on the smaller side that some people think, oh gosh, I'm not going to have a view there, they have stunning views. They also did some smaller homes, some patio homes way at the top. Those too have some spectacular views. So if you're not looking for that big, huge custom home, but you still want a view, you have that opportunity here in McDowell Mountain Ranch. So as part of this community, there are 2 community centers. There's 2 pools, one that really gets used a little bit more as a lap pool. Then they've got kids play equipment. They've got splash pads, tennis courts, basketball courts, just about anything that you could look for. Pickleball courts, those came a little bit later. But as I said before, our HOA is great at listening to what the community wants. They wanted pickleball courts. They put it out to a vote and the community won. So we now have pickleball courts. So those 2 communities that I just mentioned are the facilities for everybody that lives within the community. Now there are 2 manned gated sections within McDowell Mountain Ranch. Those have their own community centers. One at the very top has a negative edge pool that has absolutely stunning views. More tennis courts. There's another one behind the other man-gated section within McDowell Mountain Ranch that also has its own pool and some additional tennis courts. Behind any gate within McDowell Mountain Ranch, your HOA fees do go up slightly. But overall, everybody within the community pays $127 a quarter. That's it. Then again, like I said, anybody behind the gate would pay a little bit additional, but it is nominal comparative to some of the other communities right around here. So again, back to the location of this amazing community, most people, that is what draws them first because it sits right at the base of the McDowell Mountains and has some stunning views. One of the other things that it has is it sits right next to the McDowell Sonoran Preserve. This is a huge preserve that has thousands of miles of trails for hiking and biking, anything that you could want to do outdoors. It is literally right out your doorstep here in McDowell Mountain Ranch. There's trails, there's paved, there's dirt. We have it all. The other great thing about our community is that it is so close to the 101 freeway. So if you work downtown, you are not far away. If you need to get to Flagstaff, which a lot of people do, to get out of the heat during our summertime, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Sedona, about an hour and 15 minutes away. We are so close to everything. You want to get over to Glendale to watch a football game or a hockey game, we're about 25 to 30 minutes. And if you'd like to get down to see the Diamondbacks play at the stadium down there in downtown Phoenix, we're again about 25 minutes away. We are so centrally located to just about anything. The other thing that people should know just about North Scottsdale in general is that we are a few degrees cooler in the summertime. Now, when we get to a certain degree, does it make that much difference? I'm not going to tell you it does, but just knowing it, sometimes it's just a psychological thing, right? It just makes a little bit of a difference. So you got that going for you. Make sure you check out my other videos on some of the other communities that are right close to McDowell Mountain Ranch as well. If you have any questions at all, reach out, email me, text me, call me, post a comment down below. I'm happy to answer it. Share this video with anybody you think that it could be valuable to. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.